Hello, everybody. This is Ody Knight of the Lifetime Backlog, and I am joined by my co-host, Beetorias. Say hello, B.
Sup, nerds. Sup, nerds.
So this is our first time doing a video podcast. We have been having some in-depth conversations preparing for this day of video podcasting, since we're both relatively new to this. But I've produced quite a number of videos, so I'm confident that we can make something worth watching. Wouldn't you say so?
I'm first, but no, I've been practicing for a month, and I know for a fact that you've been in this industry, shall I say, for quite some time.
Industry, air quotes.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
yeah.
I guess you could say it. An industry.
Right, so we like to chat around the bonfire. Here at Chat Around the Bonfire, we talk about numerous things, mostly stuff that interests us. Entertainment news, video game news, and most importantly, our video section where we have a video game playing in the background. It's pre-recorded, for the record, not live. So we're along for the ride just as much as you are to see what's going to happen. So what we're going to be playing today
more like
will be
me only, because you are the one to take the footage, and I'm just watching it with you.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. But we're going to be watching Hunt Down the Freeman. This is a full playthrough. It'll be segmented into parts. Most of what will happen going forward is us commenting on the video game footage, as well as bringing up some usual topics to fill in the space. Before we begin, I want to talk about the Steam blurb, the description that Steam had. This is not the new one. This is the old one, the 2018 retail version of the description. I haven't read this off. Yeah, I have not read this off to you, B. But let just get a listen to this, all right? To start. You are the villain. It's time to tell the story of the villain. Hunt Down the Freeman takes you into a journey like no one has before. Witness the pain of the villain firsthand with over 14-hour gameplay. Over 40 levels. Immersive gameplay. Cinematic cutscenes. And over an hour-long heart-touching OST. Okay, so a few things first before we continue. 14-hour gameplay, that's probably possible if you play the game maybe like 3 times in a row. First time through.
Like maybe?
Yeah, sort of like what my stupid ass did. Cinematic cutscenes. So
yeah, maybe like with IGN gameplay.
Maybe, if they drag it out that long. Cinematic cutscenes, Hunt Down the Freeman is considered to be a kind of like before, middle, and after to the events of Half-Life, Half-Life 2, and such. The Half-Life series is well known for not having cinematic cutscenes, having very, very little, and having events happen purely within the gameplay.
Yeah.
So selling yourself on like an hour-long worth of cutscenes, a little on the sacrilegious side, if you ask me.
Yeah, because none of the Half-Life games ever did that.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of missing the point, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, get a load of this. Hashtag gear up. The player picks up the machete.
Gear up?
Yeah, hashtag gear up in all caps.
Oh god.
Hashtag gear up. The player picks up the machete of HECU, Sergeant Mitchell, who finds himself in a hospital during alien invasion, so-called 7-hour war. So-called? I believe it's actually just called that.
The 7-hour war?
Yeah, between the Combine and the humans, when...
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Mitchell is thrust into a battle...
That is such a good concept.
Yeah, it's a concept.
Like, that is such a good concept, but I don't understand how they managed to mess it up so bad. Like, you have such a good material there.
Yeah.
And still you mess it up.
Yeah.
Incredible.
In case you don't know, Hunt Down the Freeman is considered to be a terrible game. A lot of wasted potential both for the people involved in the production and for the premise. Mitchell is thrust into a battle of survival and is forced to face challenges to survive. This Marine has to use all his training, both with firearms and thinking tactically, to parkour-ing across the levels. Across the levels. I guess it should already be clear at this point that the person who wrote this, English is not their first language. In fact, Birkin...
He's probably Polish or something.
Oh, even better. The creator, writer, and producer of this game, Birkin Derzarian, is Turkish.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That is silly.
My boy B here, Beetorias, is also Turkish. So if anything, we can blame you for this, B. This is all your fault.
Well, if I happen to see him, I can beat him down for you, I guess.
Yeah. All of Turkey takes place on the same street, so you should have just walked over to his apartment and bitch slapped him.
Yeah, our national pride. Hunt down the Freeman. How about that?
A national treasure.
National treasure. We're gonna put it in the Ministry of Culture.
Oh my god. It's just like this was all of what the Ottoman Empire was leading up to. It all came down to this.
Yeah. Just as the founding father intended.
Alright. Mitchell has to manage his inventory of over 26 unique weapons and gadgets, find a way to get the job done, and do whatever it takes for his own survival. Hashtag key features.
Key featers?
Hashtag key features. Not all caps like Gear Up
It's
was.
just embarrassing.
Just key features, lowercase this time.
Well, it's good that you specifically mentioned that it's not all caps.
Yeah. Rich story, a brand new adventure, a new protagonist, a new story, a new point of view. This is not a remake of a story that's already been told. It's a unique tale of a villain hunting the good guy. Hashtag inventory system.
What? Hashtag inventory system?
I also want to point out that whereas Gear Up was in all caps and key features was all in lowercase, they decided for inventory systems that it should be in bold text.
Yeah, that is certainly a choice.
HDTF.
Certainly a choice.
Hunt down the Freeman, HDTF. Boasts an inventory system with many gun to choose from. Wait, what? Gun to choose from. Am I reading that right? I didn't just skip a letter, did I?
Many guns?
Many guns to choose from, Birkin. Managing ammunition among your weapons. If you run out of 9mm ammunition for your submachine gun, your 9mm pistol won't work. So shared ammunition is what they mean. I think it's generally bad to put something in your blurb that specifically says you can't do this. You don't really want to tell people no.
Yeah.
You know, it's like basic salesmanship.
Like, yeah, you gotta talk about all the stuff you can do.
Yeah. Like, you know how it works when you work retail, right? You don't ever say no to the customer. You say, well, I can get that for you. Hashtag parkour mechanics.
Yeah, like just like Japanese, you never say no.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag parkour mechanics.
Does Hunt Down the Freeman have parkour mechanics?
Technically, yes. It's not very good. Essentially, you need to, like, you play other games that will include parkour as a feature. And usually it's, like, integrated into your basic movement. Like, there's usually, like, a mantling ability or something.
Like Mirror's Edge?
Yeah, where it's, like, you're running and then you come to a wall and your character will, like, automatically run up it or something. It doesn't really work that way in Hunt Down the Freeman. You have to put your guns away in order to use the parkour system. So it's very inelegant. So it's like, oh, I'm coming up against a wall. I gotta hit the X button and then climb up it. So, yeah. Next line. Climb.
Here's a parkour idea.
Oh,
You
yeah?
can press control and space at the same time to jump higher. Ain't that parkour?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, like, if you're crouched jumping.
You know how in Source games?
Yeah.
Yeah, you crouch jumping, exactly.
Yeah, that's not what's
That's the
happening
stuff
here.
you do in Source games.
Yeah, but that's not what's happening here. Because, like, the two things are incompatible. You can't have the gun out and parkour at the same time. You gotta put your gun away,
Okay.
and then you gotta... And even then, the walls has to be a certain height and whatnot. It's very... It doesn't happen very often anyway throughout the game, and it's, like, very inelegant. It's, it just kind of crops up whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, it sounds like a last-minute gimmick.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like an ad blurb. Next line. Climb, scoot, and crawl. Scoot? I wouldn't use the word scoot, really. Around your enemies. HDTF did more than leaning. HDTF did more than leaning when you run. The game did more than leaning when you run?
What? I don't understand what that is.
Its pride and joy is the parkour system. Falling more than 10 feet doesn't mean death anymore. That sounds like
such an incredible feature.
That sounds like a reaction to something. Like, oh, I was like one time you were playing Half-Life and you fall like maybe roughly around 10 feet, and Gordon just dies. He's like, "No, I'm gonna make a whole new game where you don't die from falling 10 feet. It's gonna be better."
Yeah, it certainly sounds like a past trauma.
Yeah. Hashtag characters. This one's yeah, this one's gone back to all lowercase.
Incredible.
New faces, new voices. It's time for a new cast featuring some prominent multimedia celebrities. Oh yeah, in case you didn't know.
You mean YouTubers?
Yeah. Yeah. Hunt Down the Freeman had a small army of YouTubers do voices for them. And the thing is that like if you get multimedia personalities, i.e. YouTubers, their life is basically just their voice, right? So it's very jarring when suddenly you're in a cutscene and Pyrocynical runs in. It's like, what? It really takes you out of it. And then like you listen to Keemstar and he's like trying to be serious, just like no.
Oh yeah, Keemstar was in it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get to that part. That's gonna be hilarious.
Hashtag cutscenes. Back to all bold text. Hashtag cutscenes.
Now they're just messing with me at this point.
Over 45 minutes of cinematic cutscenes creates the perfect taste to the story. I've played this game like 3 times. I think it's more like over an hour. So like out of the whole like 6 hours that you're playing the game, a whole one of them will be dedicated just to cutscenes.
Well, that means they give you more than they've advertised. Isn't that a good thing?
It's the one thing where they actually lowballed it. So it's just like, you get a little bit more bang for your buck. More cutscenes, more time not playing the game.
Yeah.
Hashtag graphics. We're back to all over.
Graphics. Okay, let me guess. Okay, I was going to guess. Okay.
Yeah, it's all lowercase now. Time for a new toaster.
What? What does that mean?
I'm pretty certain that means to buy a new PC, right? Alright, gotta get a new toaster. It's like you gotta get a new PC, a new graphics card, right? That's what I assume it means.
Usually that's a bad thing. If you need to upgrade your PC just to play one game.
Nah, bro. It's just like I got one whole new PC just to play Hunt Down the Freeman. Why? Because eventually, after I finish it, I'm going to throw this PC out the window. We've added
the
new...
SD card is scarred.
Yeah. What a waste. We've added new, higher resolution textures and high poly models, pushing Source to the limit. I will say this, apparently, there's a gag where there's a traffic cone at the start of the game that apparently has more polygons than everything else.
Whoa. If that's
Yeah.
true, that's pretty fun. That reminds me of Yandere Simulator. You know about it?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah, there's a toothbrush model. There's a toothbrush model inside the game, and the toothbrush model has like 1,000,000 polygons. It has more polygons than a character model. It's quite silly.
There's also a Steam achievement where if you take this traffic cone all the way to the end of the game, you get like an achievement for it.
So it's like Gnome Chomsky from Half-Life 2.
I guess, yeah. It's just except it's a traffic cone. Okay. Last line. Hashtag Hunt Down the Freeman is a fan-made creation by Royal Rudius Entertainment, not created by Valve. Yeah, I hope not.
I sure hope not.
Yeah. So that's the 2018 Steam store description of Hunt Down the Freeman. It's a special little child that like I want to share with everyone, really.
Yeah, aged like fine wine. a literally classic.
All right. I think we've held off long enough. Let's go to the transition so that we can finally watch us play Hunt Down the Freeman.
This beautiful game. Okay, just for the record, before you begin.
Oh,
you mentioned that the real game actually looks worse than the recording.
Let me make that clear.
Let me
make that clear to everyone who will be seeing this. I had a lot of difficulty recording this game because it kept coming out with a lot of artifacting and screen tearing. So understand, I had to upscale this to make it look presentable. What you are going to see looks a lot better than what I actually had to see in game. In game, it looked so much worse. So, enjoy. Let's begin.
So what you'll be seeing is just the 10% of this game's true power. All right.
Yeah, so there's a Royal Rudius Entertainment logo. And...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's something. We're gonna click the new game. We're gonna show that there are levels. There's some acts. There's a prologue. There's an epilogue. There's a lot, but it'll fly by pretty quickly.
I hope so.
So we're actually going to, so we're actually going to start right at the beginning with a tutorial. In fact, it's good that we play this now because there wasn't a tutorial in the original retail version. This is coming off of the OWF build, which is a community-made build that has put some stuff in, has taken some of the crappier stuff out. So you might be seeing like a better question mark version of Hunt Down the Freeman. So let's see where this goes.
My name is Senior Drill Instructor George L. Garrison. First and last word I want to hear.
It's just like the Full Metal Jacket.
Do you maggots understand?
Yeah, it's a complete and total ripoff, really.
From now on, you will not speak until spoken to. You will
I mean,
not piss until
pretty much every
told to do
Sergeant
so.
impression
Do
is
you
a ripoff
maggots
of
understand?
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. If you take a close look, you might be wondering what game this actually is, because it certainly doesn't look like a Half-Life game. A lot of these models actually came off of asset stores. So, yeah, there's some asset flipping going on.
Stuff.
Yeah, this is not stealing. He did actually pay for this. In fact, he crowdsourced $100,000 to pay for all the assets here. It's just really jarring because all of these character models look like nothing from a Valve game at all.
Yeah.
Like, just look at these guys. Look, what's with the side eye there? Where's everybody looking?
Yeah, they're trying to hold back their laughter.
Yeah. They desperately, they're busting for a piss. They need to go to the bathroom.
What the fuck, Private?
You have to pee now. Yeah. Yeah, and this is a weird bit too, because if you look over there, you can see that was also the Sarge. And also, apparently, he can speak through walls.
Yeah, that is weird. Are we the private? Are we a private in this?
Yeah, we're Sergeant Mitchell when he was in training at boot camp, but then the drill sergeant there just said, "Hey, go see Sergeant Mitchell for HECU training." It's just like, but we're Mitchell. I thought we were Mitchell. Who's Mitchell in this situation? It really just tells me that someone was paying. Yeah, I have no idea. I think we're Mitchell. Like, we're supposed to be, right? This is all from Mitchell's perspective, but then he just said, "Hey, go see Sergeant Mitchell." It's just like, Birkin, were you paying attention to what names you were using?
Probably not.
Probably not, no. And here's the parkour. So, you have to put your gun down. And then these specific walls and these specific heights are the only way that, like, the parkour works. And that's really awkward because, like, what if you had something shorter than a chest-high wall? And it's just like, then you just will impotently be standing around it. Just trying to hop over it, it won't work. It's just aggravating. Trust me.
Okay, so you're not really sure when you can use the parkour and when you can't?
It becomes extremely obvious when you have to use the parkour.
Okay.
But then there's times where the parkour is just really limited. Yeah, so we're just lobbing some grenades right here.
The fuck was that explosion? Okay. I
Yeah,
think that was something.
I don't know. I don't know why, because grenades are useless in this game, honestly. I don't think I actually ever use a grenade.
Is the game hard?
I wouldn't say it's hard. I would say it's unbalanced, really. Some parts are incredibly easy, and some parts are just more tedious than others. Yeah, just gonna shoot out here real quick.
Man, this is nothing like Half-Life.
You know what? Whenever I'm actually, when I'm away from playing Hunt Down the Freeman, I think about what it means for the Half-Life series, but when I'm actually playing it, all I can think is, like, someone desperately wanted to turn Half-Life into Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
it looks like Call of Duty, but it also looks like every other shooter ever.
Yeah, it really looks like it could be. It looks like the pre-alpha for every military shooter, honestly.
Exactly. Could be anything.
Very homogenous.
You never know.
We talked about this game before, and I didn't know this until now, but Birkin Denizarian now has a job at Blizzard and Activision.
Wow. It's no wonder why they suck now.
Oh, but the thing is that, like,
Activision.
I kind of... No. I actually get why exactly he has a job there. It's not because he's a designer. He didn't, because he hardly designed this game. It's because he has a job as a coordinator. You know? Like, the thing that he did was convince people to give $100,000 for him to buy assets, and then convince some YouTubers to do voices for him. So, if anything, Activision and Blizzard saw what his real skills were, which was telling people what to do, and then using their money for it.
Human resources.
Yeah. His job is to tell people what to do, and he gives them money to do it.
Yeah. Sounds like fun. Not really.
Yeah, sounds like bullshit.
Great.
Right, so we're coming to the end of the tutorial here.
Good.
And I'm just going to shoot the Sarge in the leg real quick. Oh, the cutscenes. We're about to have our first one. I shot the sergeant in the leg. Yeah. Now we're going to have our first cutscene, and it's going to be glorious. It's going to be dramatic. In fact, you might find that the sound balance is a little fucked because it's really quiet. I actually had to increase the sound in post so that you could actually hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you might be very confused. This doesn't actually matter until some cutscene towards the very end that you might actually miss. So this doesn't really matter all that much.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying.
Mm-hmm. So don't worry about it. It really doesn't mean anything. You know how you're always in a back alley and you see like posters to join the Marines, and then he tries to eat you. That leaning. Oh hey, did you see that guy in the background? Yeah, G-Man was right behind the Sarge.
Oh, I missed it. Oops.
Nah, it's okay. Trust
I see it
me.
again. I just saw it
G-Man.
G-Man
Yeah,
was walking.
trust me.
Is
Yeah, I saw that
Is
too.
he plastered all over the game this time?
Yeah, that's one of the things I hate about this game, because it ruins G-Man. Like, he basically overstays his welcome. He shows up more in this game, this 6-hour game, more than like his entire appearances throughout the rest of the Half-Life series.
Yeah, I can see that.
And we're currently having a Counter-Strike player try to kill us.
Isn't that the assassin from Half-Life 1?
Yeah, it's one of the assassin dudes.
Oh god.
Jesus.
So
Yeah, there it is. Berkan Denizwaran.
Berkan Denizwaran. That's how.
Oh, is that how it's
Yeah,
pronounced?
Berkan Denizwaran. That's how you're supposed to spell it.
Okay, I was probably throwing in an Anglo-Saxon
Yeah,
Americanized
I know.
version then.
Oh, we're in the gameplay. Oh.
Yeah, it took a while. Oh, hey, look, an explosive barrel.
It does explode.
It was supposed to explode, but then it just popped out of existence. It was just like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
I don't want to
wanna
be involved in the game.
That explosive barrel has exploded every other time that I've shot it, and then it was just like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Don't get paid enough for this shit. Oh, hey, look who it is again.
Okay, the Half-Life assets.
Third time
You know
now.
what looks like Half-Life in the game? The actual Half-Life assets.
What?
Like, they look like from
Yeah,
Source games.
it might take... Yeah, that's it too. All the sound effects and the actual like Half-Life related models are all here. Then it's just when it's weird when they're put alongside like the asset flip stuff and whatnot. It's very jarring.
Because no, it's a completely different style.
Yeah, it's wholly incompatible. Over here now, climbing. This is like one of the maybe 12 times throughout the whole game that you have to climb. It used to be that there weren't. This is still like a bit of tutorializing and whatnot, but this wasn't in the retail version. The whole switches and everything. All right. We're gonna have a moment coming up here later, but I wanted to bring up some topics, possibly for discussion. We can dip in and out of them whenever we see
This
fit.
looks like a good time.
What's the hottest new? What's the hottest new
I
thing
know.
right now?
Do you want me to say it? Yeah, okay.
You should say
It's
it.
the
Yes.
Pal World. What else?
Yeah. It's a runaway
It's
train
Pokemon
of
with
attention
guns.
right
So it's
now.
important.
Oh, cutscene!
Oh, it's Freeman.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
It's not?
There's two big reasons why it's obviously not Freeman. Because, well, for one, they're wearing a helmet, and I don't remember. And also, like, we played Half-Life. Like, we were always at Gordon's perspective.
How was this
so,
guy?
like, we never saw or did this. Yeah. So it's just obviously not Freeman. Ah, Jesus.
Whatever it takes. Whoever it takes. However long it takes.
That's quite the statement to make, bro.
I will fucking kill you.
Okay, you can come back to life now.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you feel. Oh, thank you. Oh, who could that be? That enigmatic character right there with the business
You
suit.
gotta put the soy face every time you see G-Man. Like,
Jeez. This is his 4th time showing up, by the way.
you think?
We're like maybe like 12 minutes in, maybe, and like
Yeah,
fourth
so far
time,
he has
fourth
showed up
appearance.
4 times. That is just silly.
Yeah, and now he's just monologuing.
Yeah, it's a complete Half-Life 2 ripoff now. With the lighting and all.
Mhm. I will say this: whoever they got to play G-Man has a pretty close approximation to the genuine article.
I think it's the same guy who played in the Black Mesa. I'm not sure. It sounds really similar.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. G-Man has a pretty recognizable voice, so like, I could imagine some people could. You know how like every man in the world basically has like a Kermit the Frog impression that they can just immediately launch into. Maybe there's a certain subset of gamers that can just immediately launch into a G-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a voice that you can quite easily replicate.
Yeah. Mr. Mitchell.
I wonder what accent G-Man has. Like, which state?
I'm losing too much.
Yeah, that's a good
I
question.
need to patch myself up.
I like to think New York dilettante. And there he is again!
Time.
5 times, people. 5 times. Alright. I did like when I had the parkour turn on. Okay, yeah, that glitch was just in there. I couldn't fix that. I did like how he had his hands pressed up against the glass.
It's okay, Ody. You can't fix everything.
Yeah, I can only do so much. Alright, so you might...
try. Oh yeah, we are talking about power.
Yeah, real quick though, I want to point out that it actually takes a long time before you actually have to shoot anything. I'm just blazing through the level right now, but it'll be quite a while before I actually have to shoot anything. Anyway, Pal World. Alright, so, Pal World, I would say that, like, I would give an introduction to what Pal World is, but if you're listening to this, you probably already know, because it's selling like hotcakes right now. Like, millions and millions of copies day to day.
Oh, yeah.
100,000 reviews on Steam right now, still in early access. Pal World is another in the long line of trying to fill the void that Pokemon has left for some people. Even though the last Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet, sold 8 million copies in 3 days, there are some people that still feel kind of burned by the lack of stability and the glitches and whatnot. The fact that Nintendo and Game Freak don't care and don't need to try anymore. That, like...
Yeah, in general, they don't really care.
Yeah. Some people feel compelled to, like,
it's
fill
not
the
sell millions
void,
anyways.
you know? Give the tech freaks out there who want their technical specs fulfilled, you know? And while there have been some...
Is Pal World...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Is Pal World actually a technically impressive game?
Well, that's a...
It just looks like an asset flip.
Yeah, that's a good question, because there are some elements that do look like asset flip stuff. Especially the guns themselves, which look very hyper-detailed compared to a lot of the models.
Yeah.
There's been a number of... it's extremely popular right now, but there's been a lot of accusations thrown around of, like, astroturfing on social media, and, like, some accusations of, like, using AI to generate the not the Pokemon models.
I've seen some of the comparisons with, like, actual Pokemons and the pals.
Yeah, there's some very obvious one-to-one comparisons. My thoughts on Pal World, though, is I think I'm going to see where this goes, because there's a lot of different directions it can go in. Some people are saying that lawsuits might be possible, which I don't think will be, because if there were going to be a lawsuit, Nintendo would have done it years ago at this point. Because we know that, like...
Oh yeah, here's the thing. This game was revealed years ago.
Oh wait, check this out. Check this out.
Now, but like, okay.
Just take a light step and then launch into full run cutscene.
What the hell? That is funny.
It's easy to take the piss out of this game, really. It's like shooting.
It's too easy.
Yeah, it's like shooting head crabs in a barrel.
I'm fine, thanks. An HECU? What are Special Forces doing here?
Okay, which YouTuber is this?
Well, this is going to be one of our long-term companions throughout the whole game.
Is there anyone else with you?
Remember his face, because it will be unrecognizable later.
What the hell is going on out there?
So it doesn't really matter to remember his face, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, he shows up later with the same name and whatnot, but, like, you'll see for yourself later, trust me.
It's been just 2 hours. First one big portal.
Yeah, we're only just 2 hours into the 7-hour war right now.
To get the hell away from them. What about the army? There's no more army. No more military.
We're the only ones left.
We're the only ones left.
Should point out that this character here is also voiced by a YouTuber. You might notice that their accent kind of goes all over the place, because they are...
Yeah, it does.
They are a British individual.
Okay, so which accent isn't supposed to be?
Well, they're a British individual, and I think they're supposed to be doing an American accent.
Hey, Mitchell.
Okay, so it's a British person trying to do an American accent?
Yeah, and I think this character is
fun.
supposed to be Asian American as well. His model's a little...
I can't really hear the Asian part.
Yeah, his model's a little lumpy, so it's a little... that wouldn't really be at the forefront of your mind. Oh, shit. Yeah, things have gone bad.
Okay, so this is the 7-hour war, right?
Yeah, we're in the middle of it right now.
Okay.
You're going to be seeing some... you're going to be seeing some interesting character models going forward.
Okay.
Alright.
This is gonna be fun.
Act 1, Chapter 2. Welcome to Albuquerque.
So, back to Pal World.
Pal World. So, I've been looking up the stuff about it. I've seen a lot of... we're already getting think pieces and shit, which is tedious. But I've seen some, like, Call of Duty style, like, YouTube shorts compilations of, like, doing trick shots and whatnot.
Yeah, like, no scope.
Yeah.
No, okay, 360 no scopes.
360 no scopes off of the back of both Pokemon.
I've heard some stuff where where they put some of the Pokemons into slave labor and they built factories.
Yeah.
And, like, manufacturing lines.
It's stuff like that kind of, like, the meme accusation, like, the living shitpost game is, not incorrect. Everyone always throws out the whole, like, cockfighting, slavery thing for Pokemon, so, like, Pal Worlds just, brings that to the forefront.
Okay, what if Pal Worlds was made by PETA in secret?
Oh, I doubt that. If PETA want attention, they would absolutely say that they did it. I also can't help but notice that these guys right here are pointed in the wrong direction to the fighting. They're just kind of like...
Yeah.
They're checking...
They're just standing there menacingly.
Yeah, just gonna point my gun at this wall right here. There's a fight out going on back there, guys. And also this thing's coming in for a flying. By the way, you don't actually have to... Yeah, that's the gunship. You don't have to... You don't have to do anything about that fight. You can just walk away. You just have to wait for that thing to fall over. So the OWF build actually includes some memes here, like this. Where's our money?
Oh yeah.
Where's our money?
Okay, that is good.
Yeah.
That is very funny.
I've been kind of putting Pal World in arm's length because I feel like it could go in any number of directions. Really, I mean, like maybe it could be the biggest game of the year. Who knows? It feels like a lot of stuff has happened really fast. That there's a lot of unknowns going around. Where it's just like
it is too early to say. I agree.
Yeah. It feels like all of this goodwill or success could just go away in a second based off just a little bit of actual information falling through.
Okay, but like here's the thing. Even if it turns out that Howard sucks, I still think it's a good thing because even if it does suck, then there's going to be other games that actually manage to pull it off. It means we're not stuck playing Pokemon anymore, and we actually have like decent alternatives to it.
Yeah, but I don't feel like Game
That actually
Freak or
listens to the
Nintendo are like.
customers.
I don't feel like they're very threatened by this or anything. I mean, like,
Yeah, I understand.
6 million copies in a week is great and all, but like, Pokemon's literally the biggest IP in all of human existence. It's made like $90 billion over the course of its entire existence.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, 6 million copies in a week. Yeah, that's cool, but that's a drop in a bucket compared to what what Pokemon can do.
Like yeah, for Nintendo, Power World is nothing. But like for the customers, for the gamers like us, I think it's good news. That's what I think.
Okay. I mean, like, you're not wrong either. I mean, like, if people want an alternative to Pokemon, they don't feel like they have to... That, like, there isn't a monopoly. And, like, the fact that this says not getting sued yet means that stuff like this can find alternatives.
Yeah.
I have seen
It's a
some
crystal.
accusations related to... I have seen some accusations related to stuff like if AI was used and whatnot. Because there was...
Do you think it was?
Well, I think that there's some ripping off in the sense that, like, yes, obviously these look like Pokemon in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's dead obvious. Whether they were actually made with AI is another question. Like, did they just take a Pokemon, an already established Pokemon? Oh, you might have noticed there, during Hunt Down the Freeman, I just ran past the enemies.
Yeah, like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah. 3 hours, 16 minutes in. Okay.
Into the 7 hours war.
Yeah, so, like, this is the first time we've seen a timer here. If there was anything that I think, like, Pal World basically is just Ark Survival Evolved if all the dinosaurs were replaced with Pokemon likes. And, like, I have played way too much Pokemon and way too much Ark, so I have, like, no interest in actually playing this. Like, no joke, I've put, like, 800 hours into playing Ark. And also maybe, like... Yeah, and I put maybe, like...
there was that much content in Ark.
Oh, yeah. Ark has, like, shit tons of maps and whatnot, and, like, shit tons... It's also just a time-consuming game to get all the stuff unlocked that you want, to tame dinosaurs in general.
I see.
And then I've also put, like, 900 hours into Pokemon Moon, I believe. That was the one that I put... There was definitely, like, 2 Pokemon games that I put, like, 900 and 600 hours into, solely for the sake of...
Did you play the Game Boy ones?
I actually...
I saw the Game Boy Advance
I have played 20 different Pokemon games. I've gone as far back as the Game Boy Color. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay,
yeah, and I have absolutely no interest in engaging with whatever the Pokemon company has, or if anyone else has related to it. I am not into creature collectors anymore. No, like this is whatever Alcoholics Anonymous version is for playing Pokemon games. I need to be a part of it. It's just like I've stayed off.
Yeah, you need to stay.
I've stayed off the sauce for a year and a half. I'm staying on the wagon.
Good for you. But personally, if I had some friends that I could play with, I could totally see myself at least trying it.
Feel free to play it if you want. It's I'm sure you'll have a good time. It's just like everything I see about it.
If
though,
I had
just,
friends to play,
everything I
sure.
see about it just makes me just no. It's a dark, scary place. You don't want to go back there. It's just like it's also. There's also an element of fakeness to it because, like, I see the guns that look definitely aren't asset flip because they look very hyper realistic compared to everything else. And then, like, I think a lot of his success has to do with the the catastrophe from last year that was the day before, because a lot of people probably assumed that this was like not a game, that it was vaporware essentially. But then it actually came out, and people could actually play it, and like just the shock of it actually being a game was enough to like compel so much noise.
Also, I think the fact that the last Pokemon game was really
bad.
Could have something to do with
the last
too.
official Pokemon game that I played was Brilliant Diamond, which I thought was garbage, and then I saw Scarlet and Violet, and all I could think was like, I'm not doing this again. It's just like even it like the lack of stability in the glitches was like the final straw. I'm not putting up with that shit.
Oh
yeah, so. Back in Hunt Down the Freeman.
Okay, these are half-life facets.
Yeah, the crates, absolutely. The spider axe, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might notice, too, that we have night vision goggles on.
Yeah, I have.
The thing is that, like, these kind of disappear after the first act. And that's a real problem. It's just like, there's several segments later in the game where you're stuck in pitch blackness. And it's just like, where'd the night vision goggles go? I kind of like wandering around these rooms, though, because, like...
Yeah, maybe that can just forgot.
I'm trying to figure out what these desks are for, because they obviously are too big for normal people to use. They're really, really tall. They look incompatible with the rest of the surroundings. Oh, another cutscene! Another cutscene.
Yeah, they probably got it from different Unity assets.
Oh, absolutely.
Packs. The desk and the table. And the desk and the chair.
Yeah, the desks and the chairs. You're that sniper, huh? Black Ops.
Black Ops? And you must be Mitchell? And you must be the one on the radio.
You look awful pretty. We should make out.
Maybe. I want in. Why?
You know what Mitchell looks like to me?
Good. First, let's lower the guns, okay?
He looks...
What?
Mitchell looks like he's an amalgamation of Geralt of Rivia and Big Boss.
But I want in. I'm getting the hell out of this city.
Okay, I can see it. To me, he reminds me of Shadow of the Hedgehog.
Until then, I'm the only friend you got.
Yeah, okay.
Just hearing you read the Steam page, it made me think of Shadow of the Hedgehog immediately.
Shit.
You are the villain.
Shadow of the Hedgehog. It's just like, hunt down the Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a nice game.
Man, forget Sonic Superstar. Someone needs to make that. Hunt down the Sonic.
Sonic.
That was originally...
As a matter of fact...
The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog was supposed to be Hunt Down the Sonic, but then they chickened out.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have Shadow of the Hedgehog on PS2.
Oh!
Like the 2006 game.
Oh, is it still...
The GameCube one.
Is it... What do you... I have two questions.
It's still functional, I guess.
Oh, so you have played it, so it works.
Yeah, I have played it on my PlayStation 2.
Okay, so...
As a matter of fact, it was one of my favorite games as a child, which really goes to show how much my taste sucks.
Yeah, how much, what good... You know, when you're a kid, you don't care. You got something to play.
Yeah, I don't care, that's right.
Right. So, the pretty boy here sent us down this canal. So we're just gonna run around here while a gunship shoots at us. Gee, could really use a vehicle at this section or something, you know?
Yeah. Does this game have vehicles?
It does, but it's like towards the end. Oh, this, by the way. Not paying the people who make your game is, ellipses, wow, ellipses. Yeah, that's something that
So
happens.
he didn't pay them?
Yeah. The thing is that when you hire social YouTubers to do your voice acting, they're not going to shut up about what they did and what happened, right? Like, their whole life is about talking
Yeah,
about
of course.
talking shit. And, like, a lot of them, to this day, have claimed that they still have not been paid.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but still.
It's just like, he just ghosted the whole lot of them as soon as he got to Activision and Blizzard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He got what he wanted. Right. So this level is, like, extremely short. We just basically have to go down here.
It's like a dam, right?
Yeah, it's some kind of, like, a reservoir and whatnot. Oh, by the way, look, hunters. You know those things in Half-Life 2 that show up several years later?
Yeah, I remember them.
But now they're here in the 7-Hour War.
Doesn't make sense at all.
No,
really.
no, it really doesn't. I don't know why this level is designed this way, by the way. Like, why exactly we had to drop down in here or anything.
No reason in particular, I guess.
Yeah, the levels just have no flow to them whatsoever. Last level we were, like, going up the floors of a skyscraper. Now we're running around this sewage reservoir shit.
Yeah, how did we get here? That's a good question.
Yeah. A lot of these levels have terrible transitions, and it's, like, with no rhyme or reason.
It's just like Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, okay, so we should have started at the beginning with saying that we're Dark Souls fans, and we have severe brain.
yeah.
We have severe brain rot. We refer to everything by Dark Souls.
Yes,
Maybe at least
instead
our profile pics will at least explain a little bit of our background.
I think it does.
Yeah, maybe next chance we get, we can explain a little bit. Holy shit! There's like 1 million head crabs here.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Grateful. I guess a grenade would help.
Oh yeah, this was a glitch I kept running into. You see how the console opened up in the pause menu?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a glitch. That's not supposed to happen. For whatever reason, during the first act, whenever I play the first act, like, I always get this glitch every time in between loading screens where the console opens up. You know, like, is it basic?
Just in the first act?
Yeah, it doesn't do that in any of the other parts of the game, just the first act. I don't know why. Maybe it's trying to tell me, like, bro, why don't they just turn no clip on and just, you know, leave? We'll look the other way.
This reminds me of a mission from Payday 2 for some
Yeah.
reason.
Oh, by the way,
Block.
you could just skip that whole fight, by the way. We're just going to run past
Oh.
it.
Man, you can skip the whole game. How amazing.
Yeah, we're just going to speed run this.
The fact that you don't have to play the game, that you can skip it, is actually a good thing this time.
Yeah, that's it's unfortunate, really. All right. Hey, check it out. Do you see what's in the background there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Is the Strider?
Yeah, it's a Strider. So you look at this scene right here. The way it's positioned, the fact that guy just blew up over there. You think it's like a boss fight, right? You think this is like a boss fight, right? Well,
Okay.
You'll see how you actually beat this guy. Trust me, it's going to be amazing.
Okay,
For
I can't wait.
our second time using parkour, just going to climb over that real quick, and boom. All right, now the fight begins. Where's my rocket launcher? Okay. No. Oh wait, never mind.
No rocket
We don't have-
launcher?
No, we're just gonna leave. Never mind.
Oh. So
Open
in
up,
the fight. Okay.
open up the console again.
What an embarrassment.
I think it's amazing. We're having so much fun. Okay, so now we're in an underground parking garage. There's enemies everywhere. What are we gonna do?
Fight, I guess.
No, we're gonna run away. Just go to the back wall and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
They don't even
parkour.
see you. Parkour!
Yeah, just like that meme. Okay.
Nah, we're just
Okay.
gonna leave. No, we can just ignore them. They're fine.
It's
All you gotta
okay.
do is just run over to this door over here. Ignore all of them. There you go. I win.
That was really fast.
Yeah. This is how you play Hunt Down the Freeman. Just run away.
I wonder how the speedruns look like.
Yeah, I'm curious what the glitchless speedruns look like. I should look that up. Well, then again, are there many people that want to admit that they play this game?
Not many, I guess. Probably. Not many, probably.
Nah. So this is a puzzle. This is the first puzzle of the game.
Do they have a lot of those?
No. No, they do not. This is how you solve the puzzle. You take the elevator back up to the first floor, and then you grab that switch. Yeah.
Okay.
Just grab the switch, drag it in.
Oh yeah, Black Mesa had puzzles like this too.
Mm-hmm. How dare you describe Hunt Down the Freeman to one of the best fan creations ever of Black Mesa? I am insulted.
To be fair,
You insist.
Black Mesa did. The Black Mesa did come before this, so
Well, I mean,
they probably just copied it.
well, technically, this switch puzzle wasn't in the retail version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In case you don't know, the OWF build is actually a fan mod, community mod that was made in 2022. And I think it came out in June or July.
So it's still pretty recent.
Yeah. So what you're seeing is a pretty up-to-date version of Hunt Down the Freeman.
I think it's interesting that they didn't just fix the bugs, but they actually changed the level design.
Yeah, they did add some extensions on levels, and they cut some out entirely that just were beyond repair. Yeah. All right. So upcoming next is probably one of the more ludicrous scenes. In case you don't know.
All right, let's see it.
Yeah. So knocked out some headcrabs, and then there's this shit. Like, do you see what this
Are
is?
those mines?
Those are claymores.
Yeah, mines. Okay.
It's an entire hallway full of claymores. Like, all the way back there. Like, I don't get it. It's based, like, I understand that it's essentially like...
Yeah, it doesn't sound realistic.
Yeah. So, check this out, right? Even
What?
if I walk all the way to the back and just shoot one, I just die. I don't get it.
Yeah, it is silly.
Yeah,
But it is smart of you to think about saving beforehand.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, in Skyrim, before you try and do something stupid, you quick save.
Yeah, quick save before I
Kinda
jump
like
off
that.
this mountain.
Yeah.
So originally you didn't have the parkour bit here. You actually had to navigate around the claymores. That wasn't very fun.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I just don't know why anyone would design a level like this. Like, I understand you're essentially making a game of the floor is lava, but like, why would anyone in the world here create something like this? Like, how is this supposed to be better than like some C4 around a door or something? Just filling an entire subway floor with claymores is just incredibly wasteful and dumb.
Yeah, like, imagine this one guy who spent his whole day putting all these claymores down in
Well,
this empty mall.
Oh yeah.
or whatever this place is supposed to be.
It's a subway.
Okay. Okay, I do have some news of my own.
Oh
we can
yes.
talk
If you have anything you want to share, please.
Okay, so if you know one thing about me,
Mm-hmm.
what would it be?
That you are a maniac when it comes to roguelikes.
Yeah, like more specifically, Slay the Spire. So
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
went down with the Slay the Spire actually recently. The
Mhm.
most popular mod of Slay the Spire, the Downfall, it was hijacked. No,
Oh.
I'm reading an article from Rock Paper Shotgun. So what
Yeah.
happened was that
Wait.
the mod was hacked.
We have a
Okay,
cutscene actually.
okay.
Another long
Okay,
cutscene.
this looks so goofy. The animations. look at the way he moves. It is just silly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this guy's sound balance, but he's a lot quieter than everyone else.
Okay, I like to think that everyone recorded with their own audio equipment, and that's why they all sound different.
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely what happened. Everyone just had their own headset mic, and there was like no balancing in between.
They said you have a plan to get out of the city?
No standardized equipment. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
We'll run away.
Where can we run away? Those aliens are everywhere.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo.
That's very wrong, kiddo. Oh my god.
This picture
Yeah, some people are just using their normal voice. This guy, whoever's talking through him, whoever's voice acting this guy, definitely just wanted to put on affectation. Correct.
Yeah.
But there's no sea in New Mexico.
That's why we're going to California. But first we need this goddamn train to move.
Man,
Someone has got to get past those zombies.
why does every character aside from Mitchell look like a twink?
Yeah, everyone just looks really off, don't they?
Yeah, like they look very smooth. That's the problem. They look too smooth.
That's real brave of you, Larry.
Wait,
Like
who's this guy?
their
Oh, it's
faces-
Larry.
Okay.
I did not volunteer. If your mother was alive, she'd be proud of you, son. My mother,
What?
you might die.
Oh, okay.
Twice I'm willing.
And he just rips off a line from Shrek.
All right, I'll do it.
Good. Take Larry.
Take Larry with you. Oh yeah, there's our boy Larry. So there's a weird thing you can do with Larry. For some reason, you can poke him. And he's just like, he giggles a whole bunch when you touch him.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah.
It sounds inappropriate.
There's, it's some, I don't know why that's a gameplay mechanic. I don't know why they included that. It might just be for the sake of an achievement. Boom.
One shot.
Yeah. Also, like, Larry's the only guy that's holding on to, like, the Spaz 12 from, like, Half-Life.
Wait, this is a
Like,
spaz.
we don't get the Spaz 12. Yeah, the Spaz 12. For some reason, he has it and we don't.
Yeah, to be fair, even though this is a asset clip, the asset is actually kind of good. The shotgun feels satisfying.
Yeah. The thing is that it feels out of place with everything else.
Yeah, it does. With the alpha assets, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, some character models will look too big or too small, or some gun models will look too detailed.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that soldier guy looks way smaller than the player.
Yeah, he's like hunched over, but he looks like already really short, and that grenade just rolled off distance. Like, again, the grenades are fucking useless.
Totally embarrassing.
You were talking about Slay
Maybe
the
if they
Spire.
were to explode upon contact, maybe then it could work, but
No. You expect the things to work and hunt down the Freeman?
oh, you're right.
Mitchell, I can't believe you made it. Good to see you in one.
Yeah, and the AI is being stupid right now.
Larry, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's just standing there. Why not?
No, he's stuck. He's actually stuck. I had to go and fix this for him.
Okay, so how do you fix it?
He was stuck behind that cart, so I had to push the cart out of the way for him.
Okay. Okay.
Colonel, what are we waiting for?
And that's an invisible wall. And they won't let me through till everyone else gets through. Okay. Oh no!
Oh, it's over.
Yeah. Alright, game time, everyone. Everyone put your guns down. Let's add up all the points, see who won.
Oh, it sounds very silent.
We're here in the blindingly white hallway. Yeah, the AI is being rock stupid right now. Just look at everyone, like, wandering around, bunched up together.
Yeah, professional military.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is what it was meant to be. Cutscene.
My fellow Americans, as your president,
Do you recognize that voice?
it is with a heavy heart
Keemstar?
informing you that we
Yes, he's playing the
shit.
president.
to surrender
Keemstar the president. How incredible.
President Keemstar.
This is Keemstar. I wonder if he's a Republican or a Democrat.
He is he's part of the party of Doge. There you go.
as Americans and indeed as
All of his campaign money came through Dogecoin.
Yeah, through Bitcoin transactions. Oh, sorry, crypto transactions. And NFTs.
Whichever. NFTs, yeah. Just like he was legislating to change the American flag to one of those monkey NFTs.
Just like the Combine intended.
Mm-hmm.
No, you won't.
Oh no. United States of America.
America.
I never voted for this guy.
Not
I guess
funny.
you don't understand the situation, my friend. We're all dead men walking. Those things. The only thing we know for sure is those things are smarter than we thought. Think about it. The first hour they come through the portals, but not just random locations. First, those motherships targeted the military bases.
I don't know why this scene is going on for as long as it is. I felt like the only
I'm
thing we
really
needed
not
to listen
interested
to.
in whatever is going on right here, right now.
Yeah, whatever these people are saying, whatever they're saying, it doesn't actually matter.
Do you know something we don't, Black
Nor do
Ops?
I care.
Well, I guess
No. It's just like, whatever they're saying, like, it's not gonna pay. Oh, by the way, there's Pyrocynical.
The aliens are coming. We've been compromised.
Yeah, indeed. Why didn't that just happen earlier so we could just skip the whole pointless conversation? Yeah, so this was a scene I was confused at the first time. Well, you might have noticed that this room doesn't have a radio with a table on it, so you can listen to Keemstar. Yeah, this was a scene that confused me when I first...
Keemstar on repeat.
This is a scene that confused me the first time I played it. I thought I was supposed to hold out, but what you actually have to do is just turn this valve. I thought I was supposed to fight all those guys, but apparently they just infinitely come through. So.
Oh, okay, I see.
And everyone's just stuck around this door frame. So I think we're just
It's a secret military formation. We just don't understand it.
What? Oh, really? Oh, the secrets of military formations around door frames. They just have everyone shoulder to shoulder while shooting at the same time.
What the hell those two guys are doing? Why is he walking backwards?
What? Come on! Don't you know the famous walking backwards shooting? Everybody
The
does it in like
moonwalk?
zombie games. The moonwalk shoot. Oh shit!
Well,
Yeah, I think that's the thing that they use to like prime the area to use teleporters. I don't know. I just literally made that up as I like saw that happening.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone just fucking cluttering around me. Jesus.
Yeah, they're
This
like
is
little
another problem.
They're like ducklings that follow the mother duck.
Yeah. This was another problem because you have to make sure that everyone goes through these doors. Because, like, if anyone's left behind, the cutscene, like, the actual, like, whatever happens afterwards can't proc. So you need to make sure that, like, Colonel Q, Nick, and Adam make it through. Because you know what happens if anyone's behind that? Yeah. The doors close. If anyone's
It's like
stuck behind that,
Extortion, but worse.
yeah, it's a point of no return moment. But if anyone's stuck behind that, then the scene can't continue here. Oh boy.
Okay, so back to Slay the Spire, I guess.
Oh yeah, we have time before anything important happens.
Yeah.
So
So what
Slay
happened
the
was
Spire.
that
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened was that there's this mod called Downfall for Slay the Spire. It's the most popular mode. As a matter
What
of
is it?
fact, the game. No, it's basically a booster pack with new cards and characters.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so and the game actually offers this as a free DLC. It's even though it's a mod, it's that popular. And what happened was that the mod was hijacked, and the people who had the mod installed, had some malware on their computers, which is really, really bad.
Wait,
And
so
this
like,
happened on December 20th.
how do they were smart enough to fuck with this mod, but not smart enough to like get their malware like fixed? Really?
What do you mean? Like,
I mean, like you said this guy like bugged to this mod and whatnot, but he didn't like fix his malware.
I mean, they fixed the problem like in a day, but like whatever
Okay.
happened already happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a mess. I don't know how people can like, oh, I want to fuck with this mod, but they don't bother to check to make sure they have any viruses that'll like attach themselves to it.
Yeah, that's actually kind of scary because like normally, only trying to avoid the virus is actually quite easy. You just have to avoid clicking suspicious links or weird websites.
Do you think they did
know,
it purposefully?
Yeah, but like it turns out, even if you do nothing wrong, you can still get your computer hacked because of third parties getting hacked instead of you,
Yeah.
which is really messed up actually. So like
Yeah, not a fan.
so Steam is planning to implement some kind of what they call it, authentication.
An authentication?
Yeah, like-
authentication.
So like only the actual owner of the mod can implement changes. What happened here was that someone else got the permission to change the content of the mod, and that's how the
Okay.
malware was traced in the game.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of stuff like that. It's just like, I mean, like, who is? It's just like,
no one likes malware, that's for sure.
yeah, I mean, like, and it's just like, did this person not update their Avast or some shit?
No, like it's not about the mod owner getting hacked. Like what happened was that I think the hackers got in control of the somehow. I'm not sure how to put it, but like
I don't know. We
They
have
got
a new cutscene here, actually. Welcome to Nevada. Let's hit the casinos.
Where's the rest of you?
oh yeah, Nevada has the casinos.
They're dead. All of them.
Yeah, he says that they're all dead, by the way. Just, in between loading screens. Apparently, Colonel Q, Larry, all those other guys, they're just dead. It's just them left.
Toughest son of a bitch
Like,
I've
what the
ever
fuck? It's just like,
met. I'm Lieutenant Harvey.
if you're gonna kill off some characters, at least put it on screen. It's just
maybe.
like this, like,
Adam,
this is a good example of how,
Sergeant.
like, haphazard this story is. Because, like, characters just come and go, and it won't matter.
It ain't matter.
We're expecting some
No.
heavy combat with Combine on the way. You guys take
Yeah, this is one of those, like, Call of Duty moments.
Rangers, lead the way.
Yeah, this sure feels like a Call of Duty game.
This right here, I think
it's
is
a
one of the
turret-
ugliest
yeah, it's a
levels.
Part. Every Call of Duty
Yeah.
game has it.
Yeah, but like, I think this is like one of the ugliest levels in the whole game. Just look at the
Yeah, visually
geometry
it does look
of
pretty
the
ugly.
mountains. Like, it's not even that. It's awful. Like, you could definitely tell that, like, some of these mountains here were supposed, like, there's the more plateaued areas where this looks more normal. But when it actually gets to, like, the steeper parts, they stretch the model down so it has this ugly stretch mark across it, or like some of the asset, like you can just look at that over there.
So
It's
it's
just
like,
like-
when you enlarge an image as in a JPEG format.
Yeah, it's like when you enlarge an image, but like you don't change the resolution of it.
Yeah.
It just looks ugly. It makes me think
it
that
does
all
look
these
pretty ugly.
these mountains look like they're made out of fucking taffy, man.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like rock. I know what you mean.
Yeah, this is one of the more boring
Why does
levels.
Why does the cars sound like a motorcycle?
Why do the tires look like they stop every few seconds?
I
Do
need
you-
to stop asking questions like that.
It's just like the answer to all of it is because this game is broken.
Yeah.
The thing is that it sounds like a motorcycle. This giant Humvee sounds like a motorcycle because they only had one sound effect for an engine. Also, you get magically refilling health while you're in the turret, by the way. You can see the health keeps topping off to 100.
Yeah, I've noticed. So you can't lose.
I mean, you have to be pretty bad. Like, you basically have to stand there and get shot by 12 guys at once to actually lose this level. So it's pretty damn boring, and it doesn't even matter. You just drive right past them. I mean, look at that. Look at that mountainside right there. Why does this, like, blackened part look so fucking stretched? It's like, do you see that?
The lighting is well fucked too.
Like, it's supposed to look like rock strata, but it just looks like digital ugly shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level actually, there was a level before this that was actually worse, that was in the retail version. It's the one that takes place on top of the train with the minigun, and that one was definitely the one that everyone pointed to being awful. But now that it's been cut for the OWF build, now this one gets to be the official... Now this level just gets to be the worst one. Yeah,
embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. In fact, this level's about to end pretty soon. It was entirely pointless, honestly. I don't even know
Just
why
like
it
this
exists.
entire game.
Hey, we could still use Hunt Down the Freeman as a tool of what not to do, alright?
No,
You know, like, this has like $100,000 worth of asset flips. Like, very bad way of doing it. Maybe Pal World could be an example of using asset flips to make something memorable, you know?
I can see it.
And another glitch to open up the console. There you go. So, see, it all comes full circle. Because both games, Hunt Down the Freeman and Pal World, are to some extent asset flips. But one of them does it right, and one of them does it very wrong. So perhaps it all comes together.
These two games
Yeah.
are like 5 years apart. There's that too.
Yeah. Hunt Down the Freeman also really super predates AI in games, too.
Imagine this game coming out like recently. Imagine all the AI stuff.
Oh, man. It was just...
Probably it would, be,
Well, yeah,
it
we
would have
just-
been written by an AI. The actual script.
It already feels like it was written by an AI. I would imagine that, like, we had an AI do some voice acting for us. It's just like,
Oh,
our
God.
main character now sounds like Solid Snake because he already looks like it.
You know all those text-to-speech stuff, but like they actually replicate some character.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's actual copyright infringement. That's trying to delete people's jobs. And we have a very, very simple puzzle. You just gotta turn 4 switches before you can go through the gate. And just gotta walk past all these head crabs. Don't matter. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Does anyone copy? We're stuck in the factory. We need help ASAP.
You guys
You can fucking search me on why exactly this part of the game is even here. Because, like I said, almost all the stuff that happens in Act 1 doesn't matter for the rest of the game.
So you mean the other acts does matter?
Yeah, I would say that. Well, in the grand scheme of things, nothing in this game matters. But, like, what I mean is that, like, at the very least, there are, like, maybe 2 characters from Act 1 to actually go into the other acts and, like, do stuff. Everyone else is just fodder. Like, no one else matters.
That makes 3.
I don't want to remember that. G-Man is wasted in this game. And he overstays his welcome. Honestly, like, the more I think about it, the more I'm mad at this game for ruining G-Man.
I don't think this game would be enough to ruin G-Man alone.
Oh, well, you haven't seen the rest of the game yet. Trust me. It gets worse. Now we're having the 3rd time that we get to use parkour in this game.
Hashtag parkour.
Hashtag parkour games.
All lowercase.
Hashtag, hashtag inventory system. All bold text. Oh yeah, and then that happened. Yeah, this whole section has been redone, actually. Like, all that entire section from, like... Damn console opens up again. That whole section right past there has been completely redone. Like, the part, like, past the wall to the point we got to now, like, completely redone from the retail.
Here's the question.
Okay, look, it's G-Man
Did you play
again.
the original version without the mod?
Yeah, I played the original version back in the day, so technically I've played this game like 4 times.
Oh, so you played
Another
the
cutscene! I played the release version, and then I played the OWF build 3 times.
Okay.
So I'm the one madman who has played this game 4 times.
Yeah, you may call yourself the most experienced Hunt Down the Freeman player ever.
I will say this, at least the OWF build seems to lean into the memes more. It is more in on the joke of how terrible this game is. Like this scene with the terrible sound balance.
Does the mod change any of the cutscenes?
No, it doesn't. The OWF build did add like some voice acting to like the tutorial area. I think that might have actually been the M3SA build instead. But it's still Barkin's story. It's still his cutscenes. It's all still his shit. So there's no fixing that.
Yeah, I would have guessed so. No way to fix that.
Get it? Because Gordon Freeman, right?
Spiders.
Oh yeah. How many times do you hear the? Yeah, how many times do you hear the word vaginas in a video game? Usually, if it's written by someone who's an idiot, really, and should know better.
Yeah, they would have. They should have chosen some of the other alternatives, like what they call them.
Every other alternative to that just makes me cringe. Really, I would rather he just had not said it at all. Like, a lot of this writing is just flat out terrible. Really, I think we're about to hear some more terrible writing. Actually,
Oh, fun!
Fuck
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, America! Yeah, and just nice conga line of dudes here. Just line up for a shotgun tasting.
Yeah, they're just lined up.
I don't even have to like try right here. It's just like one right after the other, guys.
Yeah, this isn't interesting at all.
Yeah, this section used to be a lot worse. Actually, they actually added some stuff to make more sense of what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, another like, why are all these people? Why are all these just standing here? Why is this room so brightly lit?
Yeah, they were all just doing their jobs before you came in and shoot them all down.
Yeah, just because you got a head crab on your head doesn't mean that you can skip out on your shift. Yeah, this panel right here with these monitors wasn't in the retail version. Like, what you were supposed to do here was save all these engineers. So that's what you actually did. Not that it was very clear in the original version.
That sounds like an awful time.
Ugh. Yeah. After this section, actually, there's going to be there was another level that was cut too that took place in a warehouse with a lot of backtracking. That was also really pointless because you just need to turn one switch. So thank God that they actually cut that out, because that would have just been more boring shit. Oh, get ready for another jarring moment right here, though. Goddamn console opened up again.
Yeah.
Now, answer this question for me. Where the hell are we? And how did we get here?
No. Looks like a warehouse, I guess.
Yeah. Like, this is like, looks like a shipping dock. And like, how the hell did we get here?
Yeah,
We
I
were
think
just-
it's because of the cut levels.
Yeah, there was one cut level, but like, that didn't explain it either.
Oh, okay.
Like, I assume that we drove here at some point, not that we actually did. And now we're just sniping hunters.
Oh, it actually worked.
Oh man, it's a shock when we see that like the game is actually doing what it's supposed to do. Amazing. Right. So, did you have anything else to say about Slay the Spire?
Yeah, like, at least Steam is working on to make sure that doesn't happen again with the authentication thing.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, they've just gotta make sure that the people who aren't the modders, don't get to change the content of the mod.
Yeah, I could hear you. Like, some good quality control can go a long way.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I did have some more news that I want to share, actually. But at this scene right here, you might be wondering what's supposed to happen. This is what's supposed to happen. Just fall into the water.
I thought, no, there was something wrong with the game. Just for a sec.
Yeah, you can think that happens a lot. Just like, I think the game's broken. What I wanted to share was that there's some more news from Microsoft, actually. Specifically Activision and Blizzard and Xbox employees. Apparently, Microsoft is laying off 1,900 employees.
1,000?
Yeah, specifically from Activision, Blizzard, Xbox, and ZeniMax.
Oh. That must be awful
It's
for
just,
them.
it's awful. Because, like, it raises, like, it's awful that all these people are losing their jobs.
Yeah.
And it really just shows that, like, the terrible trend of, like, all these tech groups and developers and studios and publishers from last year. Like, last year was a terrible year for people who make video games because everyone kept losing their jobs.
Yeah.
And also there's a Vortigut there.
What does a Vortigut doing here? Anyways.
That is an excellent fucking question. I don't know why there are Vortiguts here fighting alongside Combine.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Aren't
No
they supposed
sense.
to be enemies?
Oh!
Okay, whatever. I forgot
Yeah, another-
forgot about it now.
Show hospitality to strangers.
Uh,
Some would entertain angels without knowing.
Whoever the fuck this guy is, who's actually putting on a voice.
Welcome aboard, gentlemen. I am Captain Roosevelt.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Tell me.
I think it just sucks that, like, it raises so many questions of, like, why did you have so many people hired in the first place? But apparently you can just lay them off. Like,
Yeah, because
is there a
the gaming
question of, like,
industry it's a balloon.
Please step up.
No, it's an
Well,
inflated balloon.
yeah,
At least in the AAA
like,
industry.
it raises the question, though, like, are they being replaced for AI or something of the like? Or are they, or was it because there was some big period of boom, like during the pandemic, where we hired a whole bunch of people because we thought everyone was going to stay indoors for a long time? Like, was there a period of, like, a shit ton of hiring that was going on, and then they kind of overcorrected and then realized that they couldn't keep all these people? Like, so I'm just trying to say there are reasonable reasons, like bad decisions of the past that lead to further terrible decisions in the future. And that's why all these layoffs will probably happen and continue to happen.
Perhaps.
I think it may have to do something with downsizing, because recently Riot also laid off like about 500 employees. No, Riot, the people who make League of Legends.
Yeah, I'm aware.
But whatever happens,
They also laid off like 500 employees at once.
just a coincidence.
Yeah.
There's no
I hate
Alright,
seeing
same
people
time.
that fucking go onto social media and whatnot and act like, well, if they have to fire that many people, then they weren't doing anything worthwhile. It's just like
Yeah, that's
acting like
like-
as if these people losing their jobs is a good thing.
And welcome.
Those are what we call libertarians.
Yeah, and fuck them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this whole ship section has been completely redone. It used to be that none of these crates were here, and you were basically just in an elongated shootout on one side of the ship. And there's still Vortiguts here. In case you don't know, Vortiguts are actually supposed to be on the side of humanity.
Yeah,
It's,
that's what I just
whenever-
said.
It's like during the whole Combine War thing and onwards, they're part of the Resistance.
Yeah, Vortigauts fucking help Gordon Freeman.
Yeah,
No,
so
they're
like
the
why
Alexes.
exactly?
It makes no sense.
Yeah, like I think maybe later on in the game when you do fight Vortiguts, when you're actually hunting down Freeman, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
But, like,
then,
not
but right
now.
it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite essentially.
Okay, here's a question.
Yes.
Do you think headcrabs can infect Vortigauts?
That is a good question. I don't think they can, actually. I think maybe the headcrab can't actually get a grip around that oddly shaped head or anything.
Okay, here's a better question then. If headcrabs are
What?
aliens, then why is their biology designed to grab onto human heads?
Maybe they're a manufactured parasite, actually.
That could make sense.
Yeah, whenever, like, anyone asks the question of why specifically this creature is designed for this specific purpose, I feel like the best option to go for is, like, they're an engineered species. Which is, like, more Vortiguts here. And, like, honestly, like, that is a good way to just kind of, like, hand wave it away. Not that you really should be defending this game in any way.
Yeah.
I don't know even why this level exists to this length at this point. Because, like, nothing is really accomplished here. There's enemies here and whatnot, but, like, there's no real point to this level to exist. Like, we already made it to the ship. And, like, why is it that, like, the Captain Roosevelt guy is like, hey, welcome to my ship. Also, there's tons of enemies here. Take care of them. It's just like, why weren't these enemies doing anything during that long
Oh.
cutscene?
45 hours of exhilarating gameplay. Like,
Just gonna
isn't it
shoot at
funny
him,
that
who cares?
this game only has 6 hours of gameplay, and most of it is just filler anyways?
Yeah. And also, that happened. I have no idea how, or why. And
The
then
hell is
just
that?
that's the top half of Captain Roosevelt's body. So
Oh.
just
Oops.
have some nice gratuitous gore for you.
Is it talking? is it still alive?
He's still alive, even though he has completely been chopped in half with his guts hanging out. Did you see Did you fucking dies?
Fucking die.
His It literally,
Okay,
the subtitle
Yeah, I
literally
saw it.
read, "fucking
I saw it.
dies." That's one of the parts that I feel like they're leaning into the meme here.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh shit, he's dead. That was not in the retail version.
Okay, guess what? I actually found the Freeman on my Steam, so maybe I'll give it a try sometime.
Oh, don't bother. Don't give him the money or whatever, man.
No, I already have it.
Yeah? Okay. That, if you do, then go into the beta versions and pull up the 2018 retail version so you can see what it was originally like.
Just
Yeah,
better than intended.
I also want to point out that this scene is incredibly bland. Like, it's just pitch black. That is as bland as it gets. No
It's just
storyboards,
a wall text.
no concept. Yeah, no concept art, no nothing. It's just like narration over a black screen.
I don't think this game has a concept art at all.
It's just like their concept art is Control-C, Control-V.
But an exploit was found. They had immense power over the air, and even more on land. But they lacked naval capabilities to their overall goal of draining that resource. Until that
Hey, I'm so not interested in this right now.
Making fun of it.
Do you happen to have any other news?
Oh, of course, I have plenty of news. Okay, so we had the Microsoft layoffs.
Okay, this is a good time.
3 years later, by the way. For some reason, they picked out a text that doesn't match the rest of the game. It's just like, oh, pick whatever font is like the default.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some other...
Yeah, comic sans.
Okay, so we have some other related news. There are some more rumors related to the Nintendo Switch 2, which is the working title name for it right now. Yeah. So there's been a lot of talk about like whenever Nintendo's coming out with its next console, considering that the Switch came out in 2017, and there have been some other versions that have come out in the past, like the OLED version and whatnot. There's some talk about what are going to be the changes, because a lot of people like the Switch as it is, basically like the shape of it, and whatnot. It's just that it's a little weak technologically speaking. That's nothing new.
Yeah, its specs aren't that good.
Yeah.
No, which is normal for Nintendo. Actually.
It is.
They've always been behind, in specs.
I tend to think of it as like the Switch is basically a portable PlayStation 3. That's how I tend to see it, technologically speaking.
Yeah, then why not just get a Steam Deck?
Yeah. But there's some talks about the new Switch coming out, which is supposedly going to launch sometime in September of this year. Given that that's several months away, the fact that we haven't seen any like advertising for it, I feel like that's either untrue or it's going to get pushed back at some point. There's some talks that the screen size is actually going to change. So, so you know that the Switch has some different screen sizes. The original Switch has like has a 6-inch screen, whereas like the Switch Lite has like a 5-inch screen, and the OLED version is like 7 inches. And then
By the way, which version you have?
I have the original version, and the Steam Deck is also like 7.5 inches. There's some talk that possibly that the new Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be 8 inches or more, actually.
That's pretty huge. That's like as large as my tablet, actually. My Samsung tablet.
You like a Samsung tablet sized or an iPad sized screen or something. Oh, this is the new gun, by the way. That looks really out of place with everything else. Yeah.
As with everything else in this game.
I guess what I would want to see is not necessarily screen size, but if we could transport our...
New features.
Yeah, I would want to actually transport my game files over to the new Switch, really. Like, move my cloud save data to the new Switch and whatnot, not have to repay for games and stuff. That's what I want to see.
I see. I don't believe Nintendo will do that.
I mean, like, if they're smart,
They would just
if they're
try
smart,
to
they
make as
would.
much money as possible.
Maybe. I could see it, like, there being some restrictions related to it. Like, I would like it if they had more than 20 gigabytes on their file size, because you have to pay money to get other SD cards. So you can get one that's like 128 gigabytes and whatnot, or something. I would like it if like 150 was just the baseline. I would appreciate that. Having more games on your Switch to pull up at any time would be great. Instead of just having it limited to 20 gigabytes.
Does Switch has cloud? Does Switch have cloud support?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Well, it does for save files, and like some games are also too big. Like I know for a fact that Assassin's Creed games and like XCOM 2 are available on Switch, and their native file sizes are too big, so you actually have to play those using the cloud.
That kind of sucks.
Well, I mean, it does, but it works. Like I said, I would like...
Yeah, like I said, at that point, I would just get a Steam Deck.
Yeah, I mean, like,
No,
you just get a Steam Deck, get any other, like, higher-end propriety handheld like that. But, like, I mean, the Switch is one of those successful consoles in history. It's, like,
Yeah,
making...
it is successful. It's better than 3DS, at least. Sorry, the Wii U. The Wii U. Yeah.
That's no competition. That's no competition. I feel like maybe like there's the kind of like the tin hat foil theory about Nintendo's consoles, because they tend to have ups and downs, you know? Like the Wii was a big success.
Yeah.
The Wii U, not so much. The Switch is a huge success. And now it's like, oh, if they come up with the next console, then that one's going to tank next, because that's how the pattern goes. And it's just like, well, that's maybe, but like that's just dumb internet theory stuff. Cutting back to hunt down the Freeman here. This is probably the lowest point of the game, honestly. Act 2 is the most boring shit in the universe. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just one continuous snow level, and it's boring as fuck.
Well, like, I think they were trying to do some Borealis stuff here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but this is 3 years
Do you
after
remember
the...
when people believed... Do you remember when people used to believe that Half-Life 3 would take place in the Borealis ship?
Yeah, I do remember that. Again, I don't know why they did to the AI here, but just watch these guys. They just walked up to me and did nothing.
Yeah, compare that to Half-Life 2 AI.
What did he do to the Combine? It's just all the guys that were left up here. It's just like, these are the guys that were like last in their class, you know? Just like all the Combine that ended up... Oh, okay.
The cannon fodder.
Yeah, all the Combine that actually got to fight Gordon and everything. Top honors in their class and everything.
Yeah.
It's just these guys, though, they just ended last.
Who cares? Send them the cannon fodders.
Yeah. It's just like, these are like the Walmart lawyer versions of the other Combine.
the Walmart cops.
Yeah. It's just, these are the mall cop versions, whereas all the other ones are like full-on SWAT. Yeah. These guys, like, the other equivalent would be like if you run your law firm from out of like a car wash or something. Yeah. This level, it's like, you don't know how long this goes for. It's just empty bullshit from here on out. Just, like, look at all that empty plain out there, and also...
Yeah, it does feel very vast and empty.
Yeah, fell down again. Just fuck it. Yeah, I spent a lot of time at this section the first time I was here because I thought I was supposed to do something. Like open these doors or something, but no. You just have to find that one hidden ladder over there and just leave.
And just end the chapter? Oh.
No. Like, again, this is a fight that I'm just spending more time at because I can. But, like, I don't really need to stay here. Yeah, I no-scope some dudes. But, like, I don't actually need to stay here. Like, I could just go to that ladder and leave. I'm mostly just wasting time, really. I should have just left already.
I mean, at least you're having fun, so.
Air quotes, having fun. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I think the game...
Oh yeah, the console disappeared.
Yeah, the game paused, but I think it was just because it spent some time loading the area. It's just like, we need to spend a quick 3 seconds to generate some more crates in the background. Okay.
Generate more crates.
Okay, so...
Is that oh yeah, that's a machete. Okay.
Yeah, that's a machete.
Yeah, that's the machete Barkin was talking about.
Yeah,
okay, I get it now.
yeah. He actually delivered on
The
something.
famous machete, the iconic
Yeah.
weapon.
It's just like, crowbars are for geeks and losers. It's all about machetes. Yeah, there is a kind of early 2000s, like Al the Edge vibe to the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It reminded me of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it's just like shake up a giant, like 6 foot long blade. It's just like, grit. Okay. Oh, hey, look.
Now
This looks familiar.
An actual Half-Life asset.
Yeah, it took a while for that to happen, didn't it? Okay.
Now it just feels like Gmod.
Alright, so let's see. We went over Microsoft, we went over Pal World, we went over the possible Switch 2. Let's see. How much do you care about Fortnite?
As a culture piece, I guess it's kind of important, but no.
Yeah.
Personally, it doesn't really matter to me.
Well,
No.
yeah, that's fair. But I was gonna say, like, do you think since Fortnite basically came out of nowhere, like it was, like Fortnite basically started becoming famous because Ninja on Twitch was showing it and whatnot, and then it just kind of ballooned from there. Do you think Pal World will become the next
kind of.
Fortnite?
I mean, it depends on what will happen from now, really.
Like, that's why some people are
Because,
claiming
Pal
there's
World
Astro.
is already pretty popular, even
Well,
without
I mean-
a YouTuber not like that.
That's what I'm saying, because like at least Fortnite had the Ninja endorsement, as little as that means. At least there was someone that was already like interested, and it got everyone with this big like following and whatnot, and got everyone else
Yeah,
interested, and ballooned from there. That's why there's people that are claiming astroturfing, because there's no like big YouTuber pushing it or
Okay,
anything.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
There isn't any.
not as I know of. I think Asmongold on Asmongold TV claimed he was like,
Oh, I know him.
yeah, there was some drummed up bullshit about how he's getting canceled or something, and it's just like a whole lot of nonsense that doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Really. But yeah, I don't know. It depends on the future content the game's going to have. I think.
Yeah, we're gonna
Or, like if they actually listen to the player base.
yeah.
it
It's just
could
like,
really take
nah,
off.
just include more asset flip stuff. You want?
Yeah,
Do
if
you
they
want?
just do that? That's just gonna be silly.
Yeah, that would be funny though. It's just like, are the people making Pal World in on the meme? Is the question? Or are they taking this very seriously?
I like to think that they are.
Mm.
Imagine if they are actually like foreign and don't know how to read the memes, and they have no idea what's going on.
No, that would just make things worse. Also, I think that whoever's flying that gunship is drunk. Just look at the leather swaying from side to side.
Yeah, he's drunk on pure water.
Well, that's why they wanted to destroy all the oceans so they could turn into alcohol.
Yeah.
And here we go, walking through this level as we get.
Those are the bugs from Half-Life 2.
Yeah, but those are the sand lions. They're the ant lions, right?
Yeah.
There's some.
Ant lions, yeah.
But
Why are
like
they
they're
in
supposed.
sand? Are they in... Yeah,
Yeah,
they're supposed to be in sand. That is snow.
Yeah, they basically changed their color palette. It's like, oh look, it's an ice version now. This level just goes on forever, and it's just like get your health and ammo packed away by just these things everywhere. It's like, this level doesn't need to be as long as it is.
To be
The
honest, Antilles
Yeah.
were the one thing I hated from Half-Life 2.
yeah, they were very
Antilles were
annoying.
my least favorite part from Half-Life 2, really.
Yeah, they're very annoying. So guess what's back on mass? Trust me, there's gonna be more of them going forward.
Oh,
Lordy. I actually think it was about time to wrap it up, if you ask me. What do you think?
sure.
All right.
I'm fine with
So
that.
this has been we've had a chat around the bonfire. We've gone over numerous topics, but mostly we've been making fun of hunting down the Freeman. We're gonna follow this up with another episode later, and we hope that you are there to see it. Thank you for spending some time with us. We'll see you there.
Yeah, thank you. Later.
Yep. Later.